Hey everyone, welcome to Studio SNC. Let's begin today lying down. So make your way down onto your mat and extend your legs out straight on the mat with your arms resting down by your side. Begin to become more aware of your posture. So starting off with the top of the body, tuck the chin in, create that length in the neck. Traveling down to the upper back, press the shoulder blades, the shoulders and the arms into the floor, and then notice the back of the rib cage. We're going to close it down to the mat, zipping up through those tummy muscles, maybe feeling a tightening here in the lower abdomen region. Breathe in through the nose, reach your right arm overhead. Exhale out as you rest the right arm down by your side. Breathing in, the left arm reaches overhead, and then exhale the left arm down by your side. Breathing in, right arm through the nose if you can, exhale out through the mouth if you can. And then the left arm, breathe in, left arm overhead, and exhale left arm down by your side. Now right arm and left leg into tabletop, knee in line with your hip. Exhale, extend that left leg through water. Breathe in, right knee finds tabletop, left arm overhead, and then exhale, extend to lengthen. Breathing in, right arm. That left knee finds its place above the left hip, no closer to the upper body. And your left calf is parallel to the floor along with the right calf. So a tabletop position, a right angle in the leg, knee in line with the hip, calf parallel to the floor. Breathing in, floating, left arm, right leg up, and then back to the stars. One more time. Right arm, left leg. Exhale. Left arm, right leg. And then exhale. Two legs join together. Breathe in, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, use your breath and come all the way up into a seated position. Inhale, reach forward with the two arms, palms facing up. Exhale, roll down halfway only. Maybe a quarter of the way for an easier version. So scooping through the tummy muscles, breathe in, twist to the right, and then come back through the center and twist to the left. Come back through the center. Breathing in, twist to the right this time. Bend your right elbow behind the body. And then extend, reset, bend the left elbow behind the body and extend. So continuing this movement, we're twisting from the waist, so a spine twist, with the lower part of your body strong and steady, anchoring itself to the floor. Looking over one shoulder, extending, resetting, and then breathing and twisting, looking over the other shoulder. Feel those obliques and your side back muscles working as we twist and extend. One last time, breathe in and extend out, and then that left arm twist and extend. Lower to the mat here, breathe in, arms over. Exhale, right knee in tabletop, two arms to hover. Extend it out, and then left knee in tabletop. Warming up every part of your core here, improving your shoulder mobility, your coordination. Noticing if the rib cage is flaring up towards the ceiling, if that lower back is lifting far from the mat. And then engage a little bit more. Press the lower back towards the floor throughout the exercise. Keep your core zipped up. Moving mindfully through that movement, or moving mindfully as you reach with your two arms and bend one knee in. One more set, right knee comes in and extend, and then the left knee comes in and extend. Two legs join, breathe in, exhale, make your way all the way into a seated position. Breathe in, reach the arms up, flex the feet here. Exhale, fingertips to the floor either side of your legs as far as you can reach. Take a breath in. Exhale, rebuild, restack, re-lengthen. Find a tall spine, even if you need to bend your knees. Breathe in and reach up. Keep those feet flexed as we fold forward, fingertips to the floor. Take a breath in. And then exhale, rebuild. Restack. Re-lengthen, chest is open. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, fingertips to the floor. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. And exhale, rebuild, restack, re-lengthen. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Tuck the chin in, breathe in. And breathe out, rebuild. So feel the spine stack, or the vertebrae stack one on top of the other. Let's do one more, breathe in. Exhale, fold here. Breathe and feel the stretch, tuck the chin. Exhale, rebuild, restack, re-lengthen. From here, reach up, look up, circle the arms behind the body. And then fingers are right to either side. Walk the hands in close enough to each other, so slightly behind the hips, and then point the toes, press into those hands and lift it into an extension of the spine. Chest is lifted, opening up through the front of the body. Take a breath here. And then breathe out, release the spine. Widen the legs hip width apart, bend your right knee and slide your right heel in close to your right hip. Point the left toes and then lift up onto that right foot. And then we lower back down with control. We're going to do this 4 more times. This time, if you can, lift up onto the right ball of your foot, your toes, and then lower back to the floor. Breathe in, lift, squeeze through the glutes. And then exhale, lower back down. 2 more. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. And breathe out, release to the mat. From here, place your left hand to the inside of the right knee, right hand towards the ankle on the outside of the right leg. Lower to the floor, allow that left leg to hover. We pull the right knee in, we switch to the left, right hand to the inside of the left knee, and then we switch again. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Pulling one leg in as you extend the opposite leg out. Not moving from side to side with the upper body. Keep that nose and chin in line with the center of your body, or your belly button, your pubic bone. A strong line there. We're not bobbing from right to left. Use your biceps. Feel the arms working the upper back, the shoulders. Keep the chin tucked to protect the neck, and see if you can come up a little higher. Peel a couple more ribs off the floor. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more time, right leg and left leg, and relax. Hug the knees in and gently rock from side to side. Feet come to the floor, flip the palms up towards the ceiling, tuck the chin in and breathe and press the lower back to the mat. Breathe out, push with the feet and peel up into a nice strong shoulder bridge position. Inhale here at the top. Exhale, draw the belly button in, allow the spine to slowly make its way down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Notice how your hips, your pelvis releases into its natural shape. Breathe in, press the lower back down. Breathe out, push with the feet and lift the hips up. Squeeze the glutes as you do, so bum cheeks. Knees stay steady, breathe in. And then breathe out, draw the belly button in, lowering down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Release the hips. 2 to go. Breathe in, press the lower back down. Breathe out, push with the feet, lift those hips up. Inhale at the top, squeeze the glutes. And breathe out, guide the spine to the mat, slowly and controlled. Feel the hips relax. Breathe in, press the lower back down, lengthening through that lumbar spine. Breathe out, push and peel up into a strong shoulder bridge position, extension. Inhale at the top, breathe into the front, the back, the sides of the ribs. Draw the belly button in and allow the spine to come to the floor. Release the hips. Breathe in, press the lower back down, and this time lift those hips as high as you can. Come up onto the balls of the feet, the toes, and then if you want, you can slip your hands in underneath your lower back, lifting up a little higher. Now, if this feels too much, you can cup the bum cheeks with the hands and just find a softer extension. If you're up high, press the upper arms, the triceps into the floor. Squeeze the glutes. You're high on the toes. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, lift the right leg into tabletop and then lower the toes to the floor. If at any point this feels too much, all you gotta do is lower the hips, or you can just move from a lying down position. Tabletop, we're gonna take it a little further now. Extend the right leg, kick it up towards the ceiling, and then place the toes to the floor. Extend the left leg, kick up, and then the toes come to the mat. Kick the right toes up, point the toes. And then right toes to the floor, left toes kick up and bring it down. One more set, right toes, kick them up. And then the left leg, kick, lower to the mat. If your hands are in underneath your lower back, remove them, guide the spine down. Move the feet a little further away here. Allow the knees fall to the left, turn your head to the right. Staying here, breathe in, reach that right arm over to the left and then cactus the right elbow out to the right, resting it on the floor. Look to your right shoulder or your right elbow, and with your right knee, start to lift it up towards your left hand or use your left hand to guide it. Lifting the right knee above the left, see if you can slip the outside of your right ankle underneath that left knee. Holding here, the left knee or the left thigh. Feel a nice stretch on the outside of the right hip. Hold it and breathe into it. Take one more breath. Just release the arms down by your side and then slowly guide that leg structure back through the center. Your right ankle resting on that left knee. See if you can move it a little closer to the left hip. Slide your left foot in closer. You can use your two hands or one hand. And then with your right hand, gently open that right knee. So you're just putting a little bit of pressure to the inner thigh, the right knee here, turning the right sole of your foot up towards your face with your left hand. Enjoy that opening. Breathe into it. And then release. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Start circling the ankle, getting rid of any clicks here. Change direction of the circle. Push up with that right heel. Extend the left leg to hover off the floor. Feel the tummy muscles working on the left side. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee in. Exhale, come all the way up into a seated position. From here, bend your left knee with the left foot flat on the floor. Point through those right toes. Place your hands behind your hips, opening through the chest here. If you're going to inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower the hips down. This time come up onto those left toes. The left ball of your foot, lift up. Maybe flatten the right foot to the floor. And then release slowly to the mat. Breathe in, lifting up. And then lowering to the mat. 2 to go. Breathe in, lift. And lower to the mat. And one last time. Inhale, lift up. And lower to the mat. From here, bend your 2 knees in now. Place your hands to your shins. Move your bum forward if you need more space. Entwine the fingers and lift the feet up off the floor. Make yourself into a ball. Tap your forehead or a part of your face to your knees if you can reach around into that position. Make yourself small. Squeeze those toes together. Take a breath in here, pull, feel the tension between the upper and the lower, the fingers and the toes. And then come out of this position. Feet to the floor, lift the chest. Breathe in here. Exhale, make yourself small again, but maybe not as small as the last time. Inhale, we roll onto our shoulders. Exhale, we guide ourselves back up. So a version of rolling back. Now you can adjust the position if you need to. You can slip those hands to the back of the legs if you want. Breathe and roll back. And exhale, bring it back up. Let's do 2 more. If you have your fingers entwined, squeeze tight. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Release the arms, allow the feet to hover off the floor, and then just point and flex a few times, moving a little bit, maybe pedaling a little bit with the feet. Allow yourself to fall onto the mat with control. 2 feet to the floor, arms, palms facing up on the mat. Allow the knees fall to the right. Adjusting if you need to here. From here, we're going to swing that left arm over to the right, opening it up into a cactus or an I surrender position, and look towards your left shoulder. And then also from here, your left knee now start to lift it up towards your right shoulder and slip your left ankle in underneath that right thigh, your right knee. Feel a stretch on the left side of the body. Holding here, breathe into the stretch. Take one last breath in. And then we guide that structure back through the center, releasing the arms. And then pulling your left heel towards your right hip, using your hands if you want. And then with that left hand, gently opening the left knee. Feel a hip stretch. Hold it and breathe into it. From here, we extend the left leg up towards the ceiling, pushing away with that left heel, and then extend the right leg to hover off the floor. If you need to, you can place it on the mat. Feel the stretch. Pull with the hands. Press back with the hamstrings. Hold a position. And then we bend that left knee in, take a deep breath in, exhale, extend it out as we rock up into a seated position. Breathe in, reach towards your feet with the palms facing up. Exhale, roll to the mat, float your right leg into tabletop. Inhale the arms over. Exhale, see if you can come into a half teaser. Point through those right toes, lift up, offer with the upper body. Lower the right leg to the mat, breathe in. Exhale, left leg comes straight up. So creating a V position, you can bend the knee to make it easier. Then we release it down with control, arms over, breathe in. Exhale, make your way all the way into a seated position. Inhale, reach forward, palms up. Exhale, bend that left knee as you roll to the mat. Arms over, breathe in. Exhale, extend that left leg, upper body nice and open. Lower the left leg, arms over. Straight right leg comes up. Or bent knee if that feels more comfortable. Lower with control, breathe in. Exhale, make your way all the way into a seated position. Breathe in, reach forward, palms up. Exhale, right knee into tabletop, arms overhead. Exhale, extend that right leg. We lift through the upper body, squeeze the glutes. Lower the right leg with control, arms overhead. Left leg comes straight up. One last time on the left leg like this. And lower the left leg with control, arms overhead. Exhale, use your breath, full roll up. Breathe in, reach forward. Left knee bends as we roll to the mat. Breathe in, arms over. Exhale, extend that left leg, open everything up. Lower the left leg to the mat, arms over. Right leg straight up, last time like this. And then lower down. Breathe in, arms over here. Bend your right knee into tabletop and lift all the way up, climbing that left leg to the furthest point you can get. Maybe it's a foot, maybe it's a toe, maybe it's somewhere along that leg. Gently add a little bit of movement here. And then come to center, flex the right foot. Push away with that left heel, open through the chest. Take another breath in. And then cross the left leg over the right leg. Breathe in, reach forward. Exhale, bring those legs with you for boomerang. Crisscross, right, closer to the upper body than the left. Roll back with control. Upper body forward, arms behind. Do it again. Roll. Crisscross if you've got time. Control the weight of the legs coming to the floor. Upper body forward, arms behind. One more like this. Rock it back. Bring those legs with you. Crisscross. Exhale, roll all the way. Breathe in. From here, slip the hands to the backs of the legs. Keep the right leg over the left. Take a breath and pull with those hands. Chest open, chin up. Exhale, flare the elbows, folding down. Breathing and finding length. And exhale, flare the elbows, fold down. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, fold and stay here. Walk the hands to the furthest point. Fold the upper to the lower. Feel that deep stretch travel into the lower back. Hold it, breathe into it. And then lift up. Uncross the legs. Breathe in, reach forward. Exhale, roll to the mat. Breathe in, the arms over. Right leg comes into tabletop. And we climb that right leg to the furthest point. Take hold of your foot, your toes, your legs, whatever you got. Gently rock from side to side. Massaging the bum. Challenging your stability. Flex that right foot, lift the chest. Hold the position, breathe into it. Feel it. Pull, lift and open. And then gently cross the right leg over the left. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, roll it back for boomerang again. Crisscross with control. Bring it up with control. Upper body forward, arms back. Exhale, roll. Inhale, crisscross. Exhale, bring it up. And inhale, fold. One last time. Breathe out. Inhale, crisscross. Exhale, come up. And inhale, upper body forward, arms back. From here, slip the hands to the backs of the legs. Take a breath in, lift the chest, left leg over right. Exhale, flare the elbows, fall forward, tuck the chin. Breathe and find length again, chest is open. Exhale, flare the elbows, fold forward. One last time, breathe in, chest open, feel the stretch in the lower back, mainly on that right side. Stay here, walk the hands forward, see if you can take hold of something and pull the upper body to the lower. Breathe into the stretch, hold it. Take one last breath in here. And then exhale, release. We're going to flip. So over onto your belly. All the way to the mat. Lower down. So your forearms are resting either edge of the mat. We're going to gently wag that tail. Tuck the toes under. Add a bounce forward and back. Point the toes and then add that little kick. And now press into those forearms. So your elbows are at the lower ribs. Your hands are maybe around your forehead or your temples, framing the face, fingers spread. Press or melt that pubic bone and your hip bones into the floor. Squeeze the glutes here. Inhale, we peel the chest up. Imagine someone's pulling you from the crown of your head and your tailbone. And then exhale, release down slowly with control. Breathe in, finding length. Press the hips into the floor. Exhale, lowering down slowly with control. Breathing and finding length, extension in the spine. Without moving the elbows or the hands, add that pull. So you feel that tension, more tension in the upper back, the shoulders, and the side back muscles. Lift up, breathe in. And lower down. Let's do 4 more, gently lifting up and releasing slowly. Lifting up, peeling the chest up, and then lowering it down. 2 to go, breathe and lift up. And then lowering down with control. 1 more time, breathe and lift up. And then release the chest. Okay, right arm, left leg lifts. Keep the left hip bone on the floor. And then lower. And then right leg, left arm lifts. And then release. We're going to add to it. Extend your right arm out in front as you lift the left leg. Bend the elbow as you lower. Try and get your left biceps in line with your left ear. Right leg lifts and then lower down. If it's too much, keep the elbow bent. If you feel anything that's not nice on the spine. Left arm, right leg, lift, float, and then release with control. Right arm, left leg lifts up, and then we lower it back down. Breathe in, left arm, right leg lift, and then lower. Breathe in, right arm, left leg lift up, and lower back down. Left arm, right leg lift, and then release. 1 more set. Right arm, left leg lifts, and lower. Left arm, right leg lifts, and lower. Slide the hands in underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, push yourself up and reach the hips back. And breathe in here. Exhale, tip the body weight forward into a half plank. So adjust if your wrists aren't tracking your elbows and your shoulders. Spin the inner elbows forward, push into the hands so your shoulder blades part. Make sure you have that posterior pelvic tilt, so your tail between your legs. Take another breath in here. Exhale out. Inhale, reach the hips back. Press the armpits to the floor. Drop the elbows to the mat. Lift those elbows up as we tip the body weight forward, pouncing into your half plank position. Tuck those toes under. We lift the right knee only and then lower it down. Lift the left knee only and lower it down. Try and maintain that strong pelvis, the upper back. So protraction of the shoulder blades. They're moving further apart from each other. Spin the inner elbows forward. Press into your fingertips, the base of your fingers, the base of your thumbs. 1 more time right and lower, and 1 more time left and lower. Reach the hips back. Press the elbows to the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, tip the body weight forward into a half plank again. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the chest to the floor, point the toes. From here, bending your right knee, lift the chest up, drop those elbows towards your ribs. And then elbows up like grasshopper wings, extend that right leg. And then bend that left knee, drop your elbows down again towards your lower ribs, your hips. And then lower the chest, breathing in, peel the chest up, right knee bends. And then release back down. And then left knee bends, drop those elbows towards your hips and release back down. 1 more, breathe in, right knee bends and lower. And then the left knee bends, breathe in and release back down. Push into those hands, take a breath in. Exhale, push yourself up, reach the hips back and tuck the toes under as you drop the elbows. Stack your forearms or rest one forearm in front of the other and rest the head down, wagging your bum from side to side, loosening it through that lower back. From here, walk the knees in underneath your hips, point the toes. Keep your right forearm out in front of your left, or place your right forearm out in front of your left, and we're going to lift that right elbow back, look over your right elbow, your right shoulder, and then lower it back down. Left arm comes up, and then send your left forearm in front of the right. Breathing in Send that right forearm in front of the left. Adjusting so that your elbows stay in line with your shoulders. Opening up right in front. Opening up through the left side. Left in front. Breathe in. Trying to keep your tail pretty steady here. Working on that spinal mobility, your shoulder mobility, your waist. Last time with the left. And lower. Elbows in line with your shoulders. We're going to walk those elbows forward. Keep your bum up in the air. And then make two fists with your hands. And reach the hips back. Chest dipping down like a puppy dog pose. Wag your tail again. Tuck those toes. Take a breath in. Exhale. Tip the body weight forward. Find that posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, reach the hips back, press the chest to the mat, bum up, extension of the spine. Exhale, tip the body weight forward. Your posterior pelvic tilt, make your way halfway down. Inhale, reach the hips back again. Exhale, tip forward. One last time, breathe in. Breathe out, stay in your half plank position. Lift your right knee. Lower it. Lift the left knee. Keep that posterior pelvic tilt. Right knee lifts and then lower. Left knee lifts and lower down. One last time. Right knee and lower and left knee and lower. From here, lower the hips to the floor. Walk those elbows a little further away if you need more space. Ideally, your elbows in line with your shoulders, but do what you need to so that your spine is comfortable. Spread the fingers, middle fingers facing forward, chest is open, pull your chin in and point the toes. Kick twice with the right heel and then extend twice with the left for a single leg kick. Twice with the right, stretch it out, and twice with the left, and extend. Check in with your pelvis, with your glutes, squeeze the bum cheeks together. Twice right, extend, twice left, and extend. Two more sets, right, stretch it out, left, stretch it out one last time, breathe in, and then left. And release. Move the forearms out of the way and then rest your arms down by your side. Two legs joined together, or maybe they're hip width apart, whatever feels more natural for you. Inhale, we lift everything up, arms, legs. Exhale, flip the palms down, thumbs further away from the midline, little fingers closer. Breathe in, flip the palms up, thumbs in closer, little fingers out. Exhale, flip the palms as we lower the chest. Breathe and lift up, chest open, pull your shoulders back and down, and lower, flip the palms. Breathe and lift, pull your chin in with you. Feel that long neck, and then flip the palms, thumbs further away. Breathe and lift, chest open. And exhale, lower, chest down. Breathe and lift, chest open as we peel up, and then lower, palms to the floor. Last two, inhale, and then exhale. One more time, breathe in, and breathe out. Hands to the lower part of your back, hold a hand, elbows framing your waist. We kick twice with the heels, and then stretch to lengthen, lift the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. Kick, kick, stretch it out, pull your shoulders back and down. Breathe in. And extend. So working on your coordination for double leg kick. Kicking twice with your tail. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Retraction of the shoulder blades. Chest is open. Breathe in, kick, kick. And stretch and lengthen. Breathe in, kick twice. Stretch it out. Two to go. Kick, kick. And stretch. One last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hands in underneath the shoulders. Let's make our way back up onto our hands and our knees. Reach the hips back. Walk those hands in and flip over onto your bum. Crossing your legs here. Hands to the knees. Gently move your shoulders forward and back. Lift the chest. Fold the upper body forward. Resting the arms behind the body with the palms facing up. Allow the head to hang. Gently moving your chin from right shoulder to left shoulder. And then right shoulder to left shoulder. Lift through the upper body. Fingertips behind the hips. Press into the fingertips and lift the chest. Shoulders back and down. One more breath in here. And breathe out, release. Take hold of your knees. Allow yourself to roll onto the mat. Pull the knees in, gently rock from side to side. And then now allow your legs to naturally find a shape or a position. Allow your arms to do the same. The body finding a place to rest for a couple of minutes. Softening the muscles, the face. The belly opening up. Welcoming the breath in again. Allow the body to surrender to your mat. Whatever points are in contact with the ground, with the floor, let them go. Let your head go. And focus on that movement happening all by itself. The beat of the heart, the wave-like movement of your inhale entering, your exhale leaving the body. And now moving the fingers, the toes, gently allowing the head to move from side to side. Welcoming your legs back into your belly. So bending the knees into the chest, slipping those hands to the backs of the legs. Gently rock from side to side. And then from here, take a breath in and breathe out. Rock up into a seated position. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.